Okay. So NDP-FC, the formula to find out it, that is NDP-MP minus indirect tax plus subsidies. And here NDP-MP, there is another one short formula for that. What is that? GDP-MP minus, what is that?
Consumption of fixed
Yes,
capital.
consumption of fixed capital. It is the same as what I told you, consumption of
Depreciation.
depreciation. Okay. Now, this is NTPFC. Okay. Now, another one formula, that is NTPMP. How to find out NTPMP? What is that? NDPMP. Anyone?
GDP-MP minus consumption of fixed capital.
That means GDP-MP minus consumption of fixed capital. That is the same as depreciation. Now, here, both, what is this NDP now? What is NDP? Full form. Just tell me what is full form.
Net domestic product.
Net domestic product. Now, both these you see, this NDP and this NDP. Now, what is the only difference you can see in this? One is NDP
FC.
FC, another one is NDP MP. Okay. Now, in this FC, what difference you can see between these two formula? In FC, to get the FC, what difference you can see? In the formula, can you find any difference? No difference at all.
In NDPFC, depreciation is also included.
In NDPFC,
MP. MP
MP
depreciation is there.
included. That means what is not included? What is not included?
Depreciation.
Depreciation is included. I mean, this is a formula, here it is same. You can see this and this part remains the same. Yes or no? Yes. This part, that means this NDP MP. Okay, I am removing this NDP MP. Instead of that, I am writing this. Okay, GDP MP minus consumption of fixed, sorry, fixed capital. Fixed capital minus indirect tax plus subsidies. Now, in this, you can see this part exactly there, right? Yes or no? In NDP MP, GDP MP minus consumption of fixed capital, it is there here also. Yes? Can you find anyone? Reply.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is not there in this? These two, you cannot find something. What is that?
Indirect tax and subsidies.
Indirect tax and subsidies. Now, here, if you see market price in NDP at market price, or if they have given you MP and you have to go to FC, what you should do? They have given you MP in the sense NDP MP or GDP MP, whatever it is. They have given you MP and you have to go to FC of the same term. Like how NDP MP they have given, you have to go to NDP FC. How you, what is the difference between that, or what you have to do?
Should add the indirect taxes and subtract the subsidies.
Subtract the subsidies? No, this is MP. You're going to FC. What you have to do?
Add indirect tax and subsidies.
Is it adding direct tax?
Subtract.
Subtract only. That is what correct. Okay. When you are going to MP to FC, you have to reduce. We say that it is NIT. What is NIT now? Anyone? Anyone?
Net factor income from
Net NIT. Net
Indirect tax.
indirect tax. That is what NIT. Now, whenever we want to find from MP, or if we want to go from MP to FC, what we have to do? We have to reduce NIT. Now, what is this NIT? That is indirect tax plus subsidy. Got everyone what I told? Yesterday, when I asked you, I made you to do a sum from where you have to find out, I think, GNP FC2, you have to go to GNP MP. So anything like that, from MP to FC, if you want to go, there is a formula, or you have to add or reduce something. Okay. So if we want to find anything from MP to FC, what you have to do, we have to reduce net indirect tax. What is this net indirect tax now? Indirect tax plus subsidies. Got what I said? Anyone? I mean, everyone, please keep, just write it, this one. MP to FC, if you want to go of any term, what you have to do, you have to reduce net indirect tax. Just write it down in your notebook, this one. It's a general information. And I want everyone to on the video now. In between, I think you are just closing the video and sitting. Everyone on the video, I want to see you all. Sharat, Pavitra, Anjo, Basil, Aman, Ashish. Please on the video. Okay. Now got what I said? In any formula or in any sum, if you want to go from MP to FC, then reduce NIT, or what I reduce NIT in the sense minus NIT. Okay, minus NIT, it should be there. What is this NIT now? Indirect tax plus subsidies. Now at the same time, if you want to go to FC to MP, you have to include what? Include NIT. That means that should be included. So there you have to add. So I'll just write it down, one formula. Just see. To get MP, it's equal to FC. FC should be there. At the same time, we have to add indirect tax and subsidies. Subsidies should be reduced. Now, this is what? NIT, indirect tax minus subsidies. Okay. Now, if it is FC, what you have to do? MP minus NIT. That what is that NIT? Indirect tax minus subsidies. Got it, everyone? So this is a general information. Please write it down. From any MP to FC, if you're going, what you have to do, you have to add the indirect tax, and you have to reduce the, or you have to add NIT. That is a better word to use. If you want to find out the FC from MP, you should reduce the NIT. Okay, everyone, hope hope you understood this. Now, yesterday I told regarding some calculation. There are some calculations where through which we can find out how the national income is done, or there are some methods where through which we can find out the national income. Now, there are three methods. One is value added method. Another one is income method. The third one is expenditure method. You can just write it down as a lecture note, these things. Three methods are there. These three methods are related to what now? Ashish, these three methods which I told you, it is related to what? Ashish, Aditya,
Yes.
okay, these three methods which I wrote on the board, that is related to what?
National income.
Methods of calculating national income. So you can just write down the heading, methods of calculating national income. There are three methods for this calculation. One is value added method, then second one income method, third one expenditure method. Okay. Now in this value added, with this value added, we can say, we can call in other terms also. There are different terms for that. Another one is product method. Or output method. Please write down all these small points. Okay. Now, first we are going to see about the value added method. So three methods are there for calculation of national income. Value added method, it is also known as product method, output method. Second one, income method. Third one, expenditure method. Okay. Now, next is regarding, I mean, we are going for the explanation of value added method. Okay. Now, I'll give you one definition or some explanation. You just write it down what I am telling. Under this method, under this method, national income is calculated. Under this method, national income is calculated. Irfan, you come and go in between or what? On the video, switch it off fast. Why? Are you writing down? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Mm. Sneha, I can't see you today. Yeah. Aditya, why you are all switching off the video and sitting? That means you are not attending then. Okay. I want you to on the video. Aditya, Ashish, yes, Ashish. Basil, I think Basil didn't come yesterday, right? Basil was there? Basil, can you hear me? Okay. Basil, can you hear me? Or do you have any audio problem? Okay, Aditya again gone. I can't see you. Okay. Now, write down first what point I was telling. Under this method, national income is calculated. National income is calculated by totaling by totaling net value added at FC. Net value added at FC by all the producing units, by all the producing units during an accounting year, during an accounting year within the domestic territory, within the domestic territory. Now, when we say within the domestic territory, what is it? Within the domestic territory, it is. So, is it national aggregate or domestic aggregate?
Domestic.
Domestic. So, it will be NDP. I told that net value and net it is. Net value added FC within the domestic territory. So, next sentence. This total is called. This total is called net domestic product. Net domestic product at FC or domestic income. Or domestic income. So this is net domestic product. If we want to make it net national product, what we should do? If we want to make it, this is net domestic product. If we want to add or make it national, what we should do? Yesterday I
Add
told you.
net,
Huh?
add net factor income from abroad.
Very good. Add net factor income from abroad. It becomes national. Domestic, when it becomes national, add NFIA. Okay, next sentence. By adding net factor income from abroad, you can write NFIA and you should know what it is. By adding net factor income from abroad to domestic income, what is that domestic income? Just before you wrote what it is. Bracket, you can write NDP at FC or NDPFC. Domestic income is NDPFC. So by adding net factor income from abroad to domestic income, what we get? We get what we get? We get national income. Sneha, you are telling, but I can't hear. Okay. So by adding this net factor income with the domestic product, we can get national income. So you can write, you might have written where domestic income is, we get national income. You have written by adding NFIA to domestic income, we get national income. We get national income. Now, what is this national income? How do you put it in that short form? Like NDP, like NDP, I said it is it is domestic product. Domestic. National, how do you put it? Anyone? NTPFC is the domestic. So what is a national? One person. Yeah?
NNPFC.
Very good. NNPFC is the national. So in the bracket, you write NNPFC. Now, I think NNPFC, how you are getting? What is the formula for that? Just turn the page and see. What is the formula for NNPFC?
NDPFC plus NFIA.
NTPFC plus NFIA. What is this NTPFC?
Net domestic product at factory cost.
That full form I didn't ask. I'm asking you the formula. What is this NTPFC?
NDP MP minus indirect tax plus subsidies.
NDP MP minus indirect tax. Okay, that NDP MP also one explanation is there. It is better to learn with that. GDP MP minus consumption of fixed capital, then minus indirect tax plus subsidies. Okay, so you please learn all these formulas. It will be helpful for you to solve the problems. Okay, now coming to the value added method. I gave you a note, 2 3 sentences I gave you. In that, it is written that value added of all the production units are taken, then you get the, I mean, if it is within the country, it is domestic, otherwise it is national. Okay. Now, value added in the production unit. What do you mean by that value added in the production unit? What is that value added? Who is this? Just 1 minute. Who is this? 3BO. What is that? Okay, see. Adityan, he has gone. Video has gone. Ah, okay, Aditya, this is Aditya. No, other one Aditya I saw. Who is that one Aditya? He is gone. One Aditya 3B I saw. No, I think. Gone, I think. Okay. Okay. So here, so in the value added in the production unit. What do you mean by that? Value added in the production. What is that value added? What do you mean by that? Anyone?
Purchasing machines.
Purchasing machine is a value added. Is it a value added? Value added to production. What do you mean by that? Value added to production. Machines already it is bought and it is a capital. Okay. Value is going on increasing. How the value is going on increase? For example, if you take the case of a bread. Okay. Uh, First itself, you are not getting a bread directly. I want you to on the videos. Nobody is keeping it on, I think. Everyone, yeah. So take the case of a bread factory. To produce bread, what all things we need? I mean, minimum raw materials, what we need. Hmm? Nobody knows.
Flour, sugar, etc.
Sugar, then
Flour used.
yeast, then then for main ingredient for making a bread,
Milk.
milk. Okay, a bit is added. Main ingredient is what? Flour.
We need the
Somebody said
basic
flour.
batter.
Okay. That I didn't hear, I think. Okay. So here we are adding, we are taking flour, maybe sugar is added, maybe egg is added, maybe milk is added. All these things we are getting finally the product bread. So if you take the wheat, you mix it with the milk, or you mix it, you add yeast in that. So some value is added there. step by step, some value is getting added. Last, the final product is bread. The value is increased here. If, for example, in your textbook, one example is given, you can just refer that also. They have given in your textbook that only farmer and baker. Okay, only two people they have given. Farmer is producing wheat, and we are assuming that farmer is producing wheat without using any fertilizer or pesticides. Nothing he is using. He is just making wheat. He is not spending any money. Now, he is producing some 100 rupees worth wheat. Okay. So he is making 100 rupees worth wheat. Now, from this, he is giving rupees 50 wheat, worth wheat to the baker. Got it what I said? His 100 rupees wheat he is making without using any fertilizer or anything. Now, this from this 100 rupees value wheat, 50 rupees worth value wheat he is giving to baker. Now, baker, what is he doing? What he does with that wheat? He is producing. What is he doing? What does he produce with the wheat? Yeah, bread. Okay. So he is producing 200 rupees worth bread. Now, I told you in the value added method, we will take whatever values are added, that is as the domestic product. So here, how much value is added here? What is the total value of production in the economy? Total value of production. Farmer produced this much. Baker produced this much rupees worth. So what is the total value?
200.
Your voice is breaking. Once more.
100.
100?
200.
200. How come? He produced 100 value worth wheat. He produced 200 value worth bread. So here he produced wheat, here he produced bread. So what is the total value of production? Anyone? Fast.
300.
300. Okay. I'm just writing it down. 300. Okay. Now,
Ma'am, can I ask something?
yeah.
But will we add the values of these intermediary goods? We only take the value of the final good, right?
We only take the value of final good. Yes. That is what, when you gave this answer, I'm just coming to that point now. Okay. Now, so 100 rupees wheat, this is the production of farmer. 200 rupees bread, this is the production of baker. Now, if you total this, we will get rupees 300. But here you can see some problem. What is that problem is that this 50 rupees is already included in this 100 rupees wheat. Yes or no? This 50 rupees worth what he is giving to baker, that we have already included in the farmer's income. Again, if we are going to add with this, we are adding that twice. Okay, so what we have to do, We are not using here value added. We are not value added in this sense. We are using only how much value is added for the bread. For example, from this 200, we have to reduce 50. What is the, we reduce 50 in the sense remaining how much you get? 150, right? This 150 is the value added with what? 50. Got what I said? You are not taking here. Either we can take the value of final goods and services. But in the value added, what we are doing, we are taking only how much value is added to the final product. Here, what is the final value? 200. But this in this 250 is the contribution of whose? Whose contribution it is?
Farmers.
Farmer contribution. So here that value is not added by the baker. So we have to reduce that value, what is added there. Then you will get what? 150. Okay. Put it in another words, I will tell you. This is what value of, this is what value of output. Yes or no? Value of output. Value of output in the sense, how you get value of output for anything. This I have given. For example, if I say that 100 units of 100 packets of bread is manufactured or bread is produced, how you will find the value? How can you get the value of that particular product?
By adding
Hmm.
all intermediate goods.
No, I'm just asking. No, simple terms I'm asking. 100 packets of bread is there. How you will get the value of that? It is not this value added I'm asking.
Multiply with the number of
Mu-
breads produced.
Multiply with the number. What you have to multiply with the number?
200 into 100.
200. Okay. So here that means price. What is the price of that into how much
Quantity produced.
quantity produced or how much is sold? Okay, in market, in this mainly sales, how much? Okay, so here price into quantity, you will get the value. Okay, so from this you have to reduce what? In this method I'm asking, I told you 200. This is the price into Q. This is the value of output. In this, what we did, we reduced what? What did we reduce from this? Anyone? Fast. Did we reduce anything? Did we reduce? Anyone? Tell me. This is 200 value of output. From that, we reduce something. What is that 50?
Farmers' contribution.
Farmer's contribution. That means, put it in another words, what is that? Actually, this baker bought it. He spent money on it. Yes or no? Yeah? He spent money on it. He gave money. So what we have to do? We have to reduce that money what he spent. So from this value of output, we have to reduce intermediate consumption. Now, once more, I'm telling you, when we calculate, for example, once more, I'll just show you the example. We have 100 rupees wheat with us. The farmer produced. The baker took 50 rupees worth wheat for producing bread. He produced the bread. He produced worth 200 rupees. But his contribution, his value, what he is added, it is only 150 rupees. 50 rupees is given by the 50 rupees worth is given by the farmer here. Okay. Now, baker is adding the value only the value worth rupees 150. This is so we are taking only the what value is added by one particular person. We are reducing all the what do you say money spent by the for the raw material, whatever he is consuming, we are reducing that. What value is added by a particular production unit, that is taken. So value added by a production unit, that is taken as a measurement here. Okay, so that is why the term itself they have given value added here. Therefore, intermediate goods and all those things, whatever we are using, that should be reduced. Okay, so value of production is equal to, what did I say? How you get the value of production? Anyone?
Price into quantity minus
Okay, price into
consumption of.
okay, price into quantity means what is that? What is that? Price into quantity. Value of
Goods produced.
whatever is produced. That means value of output. Okay, so value of production, how to find out, or value added, how to find out, value of output minus, from this we have to reduce what? Intermediate. That's the term we use, intermediate consumption. What is this intermediate consumption now? What is this intermediate consumption? For example, if the farmer is using pesticides and fertilizers and all those things for the production of wheat, he produced 100 rupees worth wheat. In that, in this example, what I told now, what is the intermediate consumption? Amal, what is intermediate consumption? When a farmer is producing wheat, he is using fertilizer or pesticides and all for the production of wheat. So what is the intermediate consumption? Put it in simple words. Can anyone put it in simple words? What do you mean by this intermediate consumption?
Raw materials.
Yeah, money spent on raw material. You take it in a very simple term. If you see money spent on a raw material, you take it in that way. Okay, for example, I told you now, wheat producer, he is producing 100 rupees worth wheat. From that, if he spends 20 rupees for fertilizer or 10 rupees for pesticides, what is his value? What is how much is he added in this in this cultivation of wheat? 100 rupees worth.
70.
Okay, so we have to reduce this 20 and 10 because he spent this, or he took the help of somebody's help, or he spent this money for getting something else. What value he added, that is only 70. Understood? Okay, so whenever we want to find this national income or domestic income, we have to, when we are using value added method, what we have to do, value of to output, we have to find out. From that, we have to reduce the intermediate consumption. Okay, now another one thing, I told you about depreciation. If we include depreciation, or if the depreciation is include, what is that? For example, in the, we have two terms here, gross value added net value added. In this gross value added, you know the difference here. I told you before also, when you include depreciation, it is something. When you minus depreciation, it is something else. What is that? So in this two, gross value added, net value added, what should, where should be, where we should include the depreciation? or where we should add the depreciation, or where we are not reducing the depreciation. In these two terms, think gross means what actually? What do you mean by gross? Anyone? The meaning I'm asking. Gross means what? Just tell me. Think like that. Gross means anybody. I can't hear.
Total value added.
Total. Gross means total. Okay. That means what is included? Everything is included. Nothing is reduced from this. Got it? So in the gross, what is included?
Depreciation.
Depreciation is included. When we remove from the gross the depreciation, it becomes
Net value added.
net value added. So that always you have to keep it in mind, keep it in your mind that if we include depreciation, that is gross. If you reduce or remove depreciation, that is net here. Okay. Now, okay. Again, mm. Now one example I'm telling. A firm is producing 100 rupees goods every year. Okay. So 100 rupees goods every year a firm is producing. That much is the production output. Now from that, rupees 20 is the value of intermediate goods. Intermediate goods. I hope you understand what is intermediate goods. Okay. And rupees 10 is the value for capital consumption. What is this capital consumption? What is this?
Depreciation.
Depreciation. Capital consumption, consumption of fixed capital, everything is depreciation. So a firm is producing 100 rupees worth production. From that, rupees 20 they are giving for intermediate goods. Rupees 10 they are giving for capital consumption. That means capital consumption in the sense I told that is depreciation. Now, gross value of this industry is what? Net value of this industry is what? That is what I want you to tell. A firm is producing rupees 100 worth, rupees 20 intermediate goods, rupees 10 capital consumption. So in that, I just want you to find out the gross value and the net value. How to find out the gross value and net value?
Gross
That
is 130.
gross is 130, is it? Okay, net. What about net?
110.
110. How did you get that gross value?
In gross value, we have to
Okay.
include everything.
How to find out the value of production? How to find out the value of production? That is what this. That is what gross value. So gross value, value of production. Gross value means value of production only. What is that? How do you find the value of production? Value of output minus intermediate consumption. What is the value of output here?
100.
100. What is the value of intermediate consumption?
20.
Rupees 20. Here we are not including this capital consumption in the sense they have spent this money, that we are not include, that is already included in this value of output. So we are not spending any separate money for that. Okay. So here gross value, when you see, what is the answer?
80.
80. That means 100 minus 20 is equal to 80. And net value? Net value, how it is found? Net value speciality is there. We have to reduce the depreciation also. So what it will be?
70.
70. That means from this 100, we have to reduce 20. We have to reduce one more thing, that is 10. You will get 70. Okay. So this is what gross value and net value. Now, this method we call it as value added. Whatever value is added at every step that we have taken. Okay. Now, one more period is there. In that period, we will continue.